You know, there's an awful lot of additional areas within the Sea of the Damned that the Last Ship Standing game mode keeps hidden from you. Usually you're trapped within the confines of this hourglass arena, but if you manage to find a way out of the circle, wow, there are islands and structures beyond anything you'd expect for an area you're never supposed to see. And this got me thinking, is the Sea of the Damned the answer to every issue Sea of Thieves has? Hello you beautiful buckaqueers, Toxie here. Cast your minds all the way back to 2022, when Rare had just started running a series of monthly, time-limited adventures. Essentially, these adventures were mini tall tales, some of which resulted in community choices, like the destruction or rebuilding of Golden Sands, and others brought players together to achieve something pretty spectacular, like the Shrouded Deep. But there was one infamous adventure that stuck out to me back then, and even more so today. This was the Hunter's Cry, a time-limited adventure that brought 5 crews together in the Sea of the Damned, with the objective of working together to save Merrick from the clutches of the Dark Brethren. And what made this adventure so special was how it took players from the main game and placed them in a small area on its own instance server. So not only did we get a brand new area to explore, we were forced to interact with other players as we did so. But in very typical Sea of Thieves fashion, half the player base worked to save Merrick for the rewards the adventure would give, while the other half simply wanted to troll the players doing the adventure.
Bro, come on, man.
Yeah, and this wasn't a community choice event either like Golden Sands. There was only one objective, save Merrick, but that didn't stop players from doing this.
This way, right? Oh,
Right here.
there's one up here.
I found a brig. There's a brig underneath.
I'm
me.
dead.
2 players.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these guys are so annoying.
I'm on the ship now.
Dude, I just want to do the thing. What's the point in killing me over and over again?
Yo, why are you trying to stop us from finishing it though? Like, TDM with it yourselves.
And even back then, I thought just, well, how cool would it have been to have this divide between the players work as the actual event? 3 crews trying to save Merrick, while the other 2 crews try to thwart their efforts. I mean, if the rewards were worth doing so, be it for Hourglass reputation, or something equivalent, maybe even a Dark Brethren company that could only be leveled in the Sea of the Damned, I know for a fact I'd continue playing this type of event to this day, because it captures everything that makes SOT, and condenses it into its own microcosm on its own instance server. And this right here is the blueprint of what I believe to be the future for Sea of Thieves. I mean, it's clearly what they tried to do with the Skull of Sirens song and the Smuggler heist, but those fell short because you couldn't guarantee the players on your adventure server would be participating. By having players queue up for these types of events within the Sea of the Damned, you'd be able to guarantee that the event you make actually has a player count. I think the Hunter's Cry adventure is exactly what the devs need to be looking at, with this perspective in mind. And I actually have an old Tales of Getting Booty video recounting my time with the Hunter's Cry adventure, so if you want to see what it was like in more detail, go and check it out. Anyway, once the 2 weeks the event ran for was up, we hadn't got to experience the Sea of the Damned with other players again. That was up until now with Last Ship Standing, a monthly recurring PvP game mode that takes 6 crews and places them together in the Sea of the Damned to duke it out and gain an insane amount of Hourglass rep. It's really fun. So, now we have 2 instances of an event located in the Sea of the Damned bringing players together, one of which was designed to see players work alongside each other to save a beloved NPC, and the other designed to bring players together with the sole purpose of fighting. So what if Rare just did it again? Not for a Tall Tale, not for an Hourglass game mode, but for a new way to play and experience Sea of Thieves that condenses everything we love about the game into a form of extraction game mode. Think Hunter's Cry Adventure, but purpose-built to facilitate this new way to play the game, for players explicitly looking for player interactions, fights, betrayals, you name it. The core of Sea of Thieves. You could almost imagine a server set in the Sea of the Damned that featured some kind of super skeleton fort, and this would force you to either work together with the crews that matched with you, betray them, or outright sink them off the server. I know for a fact I crave this type of thing whenever I do any world event, but as is the nature of Sea of Thieves, sometimes players just don't show up. So forcing it to happen in the Sea of the Damned by getting players to queue up and join, just like Last Ship Standing and the Hunter's Cry adventure, would be something I believe a lot of the player base, especially the veterans, would love to see. Now, I've basically been playing the Last Ship Standing game mode exclusively for the past couple of weeks, and playing it as much as I have. Well, it's Sea of Thieves. You're gonna run into a bug or two, but this one particular bug is why I'm making this video. You see, during one of my streams over on twitch.tv/ToxieSinclair, we were somehow matched into a lobby with no other players.
Sea of bugs? Yeah. This is the first bug I've had that's actually a bug.
I've been playing the shit out of this mode. And without any of the players contributing to it being an hourglass fight, this meant there was no circle to confine us in, allowing me to finally explore the Sea of the Damned. And there's some cool stuff hidden around the land masses and rocks you fight around in this game mode. Take, for instance, these initials hidden on one of the lighthouses. What could it mean? But no, there's actually a lot of love that went into the new Sea of the Damned map, which is funny because I'm so easily pleased. I remember pogging out over the first playtest map over on Insiders. This finalized map is a wet dream in comparison. And God, the first time I loaded into it, I wanted ever so desperately to explore the structures and wreckages littered throughout the map. However, the real gold is off on the horizon, barely in sight. There's no way we can actually go there. There's no fucking way. There's no way we can go here. What? Islands? It's real! Wait! No, what? Excuse me? Ah, okay, you can't go there. But it is somewhat real. So this island right here, protected by an invisible wall, is the island featured in the first Pirate's Life Tall Tale, in the seas of Old Sailor's Grave. That big rock formation on the other side of the island is the cave entrance you start the Tall Tale in, which leads you to the main part of the island with the lighthouse. And the biggest giveaway of all, this ship with the red sails is exactly the same one you find in the first Pirate's Life Tall Tale. And this isn't just a theory either. It's been stated multiple times that the Last Ship Standing map takes place in Old Sailor's Grave, which is the same place the first Pirate's Life Tall Tale takes place in. So perhaps we could look at Old Sailor's Grave similar to how we would with the Shores of Plenty or the Ashram Roar. It's the first known biome within the Sea of the Damned. Now, aside from the Pirate's Life Tall Tale Island, there's a few more points of interest hidden on the edges of the Last Ship Standing map. There are islands with what appear to be little settlements littered throughout them, rocky stretches of land with trees growing out of them, not unlike the islands you'd see in the Sea of Thieves, a shipwreck graveyard, which we also have back at home, and most interestingly of all, a fort-like structure not dissimilar to the garrisons featured in the end part of the Legend of the Veil, which just so happens to come from the Sea of the Damned too, by the way. With just this little glimpse into what a Sea of the Damned map could look like, and the blueprint set by the Hunter's Cry adventure, along with how other extraction games work like Ark Raiders, this could be the answer we need for a more meaningful update to the game, one that ticks so many boxes for the casual players as well as veterans. I've mapped out the explorable area Last Ship Standing takes place on, but seeing these structures and islands on the horizon, how the area connects with the first Pirate's Life Tall Tale, well, it really illustrates this idea that the Sea of the Damned might one day be a real place players can explore and play in, almost like a Sea of Thieves 2 of the Damned. Players have been asking for a new region in Sea of Thieves. The Sea of the Damned answers that. Players have been asking for a new way to play the game, and the Sea of the Damned answers that too. And players want meaningful updates that give a real reason to play again, and the Sea of the Damned could answer that too.